Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Today, another ABIOTIC factor guide. I'm going to show you how to get some of the better backpacks in the early stages of the game and talk about gear in general, how you can find a construction helmet that will increase your construction XP, making it much easier to pick up a large piece of furniture. And just general tips, even if you're still a bit struggling with what's the best protection before you gain access to Silo 3. Find this video useful, leave a like, go and check out my other guides where I spoke about how to get hold of the anvils and repair stations, unlock the hacker device gear, and growing your own superfoods. So on the boards and the map, it should be the data farms that you're looking for. I called it the small cubicles because that's what it feels like to me rather than a data farm, but here is where we need to go. There are some dangers, but this is where you're going to find a basic backpack, which increases your inventory space by 6, and the security one, which increases it by 9. Obviously, you should know how to make a makeshift one by now. It's pipes and just some cloth, and that increases your inventory by 3. With inventory being so important in ABIOTIC factor, it's definitely worth heading to this place first if you can, but like I said, there will be significant dangers. Lots of these guys, and 2 of the larger peccaries. So make sure you've crafted a tray shield and at least have one of the pipe clubs. But inside the larger office, next to the coffee table, you'll find a basic backpack. Now you'll find more of these around, but this is the first place you should come. And I'll probably do a guide on all of them eventually. But yeah, this is probably the easiest one because it has got the other stuff too. Outside the office, or break the glass, you'll find a gangway. It's kind of hidden in the dark, so use your torch and there'll be a ladder taking you down. Once down here, there's a tunnel, and inside this is where you're going to find the security backpack. This is the one that you really want. Now obviously if you play a multiplayer, you might only be able to have one of these. Unlike a lot of other items that can respawn, I don't think these items particularly do, but I'd love to be corrected on that. If you are playing multiplayer, you probably want some more of the basic ones at least for now. Make sure you also go into the toilet in the far left corner of the cubicle area. This will be a ladder on the side, and up top you'll find another small basic backpack. And while you're here, we're going to pick up the lead vest as well. So remember, there are a lot of dangers over here. You will have to clear them out if you want to survive or be really sneaky. But go past the toilet, head towards the tram sign, and you should see the storage area. There'll be a hologram here, and on the left hand side, on top of the storage crate, you will find a lead vest. It gives better protection than the makeshift one or the duvet one, and so obviously it also gives protection against radiation. I've got 2 more locations for a backpack, the basic one and another lead vest, but you are going to need to do a bit more advanced work. Definitely recommend watching the video where I showcase how to get up to the Silo 2 and basically be able to craft the repair bench. But inside the viewing gallery, looking over the anomaly or the rift, you'll find another basic backpack just here. And if you keep exploring along that way, heading towards eventually the Silo 3 entrance, there's lots of offices and lots more things to go and get. But you should be looking for the analysis room, and inside you'll find another chef's hat, a bunch more stuff, as well as a peccary that you might have to deal with. But keep going through the doors, and on the side here is another lead vest. There are a lot more lead vests you'll be able to find. Biolab D, Silo 3 at level 3, and then you've got more as well in the Physics Lab D at level 3. Obviously, I haven't got through all of that area, and I want to make sure I can unlock all areas first to show the locations before I do a full guide. But hopefully this will get you set up, especially if you're playing with a couple of friends and you definitely need more than one. Next up, how to get the construction helmet. You'll notice there's a lift in the corner of that cubicle space. It can be great for squishing some of them if you're lucky, although I think they've changed it now. There might be an actual concrete floor in the latest patch. Or time it well and you can get them to just fling themselves off the side. Anyway, get up on the gantry, there's a bunch of boxes, keep following this walkway all the way round. If you keep going round, you will notice there is an air vent that you can actually open and bust up. In fact, there's like 2 or 3 of these smaller air vents that you can do. You can even build a base up here if you was feeling really brave. But this is the one that I went into, just break it open and then hop right in. And literally only a few yards away, you'll find the construction helmet. Like I said, there's 2 other entrances into some of these vents on the side where you just were above, but otherwise that's the easiest one to pick it up. Now if you come outside to that vent again, you should see the little jump onto the gangway. If you follow that all the way through, it'll take you to a shortcut to the swimming pool area. I was going to say you could probably get here from that swimming pool area instead, but I'm pretty sure that doors might be locked from one side, and so you have to open up this way first. I figure it's worth pointing out as there's a few things to go and find with lots of extra loot. So let's start going through this gear and the benefits of it. But first, hats. We've got the chef's hat. You then got the carbon knuckle hat. You've then got the karate gear. Then you've got the peccary helmet, construction helmet, and that's pretty much it for now. With the chef's hat, it offers no actual protection, but it will mean that you can chop corpses up quicker. So maybe if you're running around and you've killed a few creatures just in this cafeteria area, you could use that to do and cut up some. And the apron will just mean that you won't get as much blood on you. But considering it's a main armor slot, you don't really want using this if it's got no protection. Next, we've got the carbon knuckle crown or the karate helmet. Both of these are going to give 2 armor protection. You'll see signs for the offices and the pool, and that's where you can find the karate protection inside the locker room. Now the carbon knuckle crown is really good to go ahead and craft and make. You just simply need to go ahead and stomp on some of the carbon knuckles. Or if you don't want to take any damage at all, then you can actually go ahead, creep up on it and take it out that way as well. Once you've harvested the parts from it, you can go ahead and craft it, and it will make you immune to them in the future, which is pretty handy. So pair that with your first cushion chest plate, and you've increased your armor by up to 4. After this, you can get the peccary helmet once you've killed one of the peccaries. Always blunt damage for the win with these guys and the smaller ones. You'll need glue, the peccary helmet, and some paper, but no special bonuses with the peccary helmet. Next, we've got the hard hat. So let's go over that construction helmet, which will boost your construction XP. It does only give an armor of 3, so the same as the peccary helmet, and it weighs 3.5 compared to 2.5 for the peccary helmet. But it does have a lot more durability at 38, but you won't be able to craft one of these. Not yet at least anyway. If you take a look at your construction skills, being able to package up items quicker maybe isn't the best bonus, but packaging them up intact is definitely a good one to strive for. And get all the way up to 10, and you get the perk that you'll get more resources back when demolishing using a hammer. And the amount of deconstructing you should be doing in the early days, it's also a good way to gain you some XP in that score. Now the pillow chest plate is only going to give you a couple pieces of protection, but the lead does give you 5, which is the highest out of any of the starter stuff that I found so far. So I would actually combine this with at least 2 pieces of makeshift armor, because then you get the 10 extra carry weight to make up for the fact that the lead vest does weigh a ton. And speaking of makeshift stuff, if you have 4 pieces equipped, helmet, legs, arms and the chest piece, you get a 40 weight increase. So you'll be able to carry a lot more heavy items without being weighed down. The best combination would be the makeshift helmet, because it's got a lot more durability, and then maybe something like the legs or the arms, and then the lead vest. All pieces of the makeshift armor give 4 armor protection each. So wearing all 4 definitely has an advantage with that weight reduction and being able to have that much protection. Now you may need some screws, and you don't get them until you get to level 3. However, where you found that security backpack, you'll find some boxes of screws, and once you've got the recipe, you should be able to go and craft some out of scrap metal. The other more sort of rare ingredient that a lot of the makeshift stuff uses is magazines, and again there's lots of them found on level 3. So all the way up, run up to the silo 3 entrance. You'll just find bundles of them all over the offices in that direction. And that's pretty much it for early game gear guide. Best combination is to have that security backpack. All makeshift gear, I would say maybe even the chest piece over the lead vest, unless you are going into an area that definitely is warning you it's got a lot of radiation. And when you need just basic resources and you want to be deconstructing a lot of stuff, then whack on the construction helmet to get that boost. I'll be going deeper into abiotic factors laboratory soon with more detailed guides. Hopefully you found this useful. Like I said, go and check out the first one that I did showing how to get up to silo 3 and basically unlocking the repair bench and more, as it will show you how to get up to that area a lot more detail. Until next time, ratbags, laters.